Good morning, afternoon, or evening, dear Yoga TXers. My name is Echo. Thank you for practicing with me today. Again, I tune in from the beautiful Langtang Trek here in Nepal, returning after 7 years, and I feel Nepal has only become more and more majestic. So, feeling grateful to share this practice with you today. I have just completed 2 days of hiking with about, maybe 14 hours of hiking, so my body is feeling a bit tired, but in a strange way, it needs some energy in it. It really needs to move some energy. So the desire for today's practice is we'll start with some sun salutations, which is kind of like a morning pick-me-up. If you're new to your practice or you've been practicing for a very long time, it's beautiful to incorporate 3 to 5, maybe 7 sun salutations just to get you moving in the body and getting in connection with the Ujjayi breath, so that ocean-like breath. And then we'll see where it goes. So the desire is to move a little bit more dynamically and a little bit more quickly just to get my breath moving again, because I've kind of been doing the step by step by step on the trail. And no matter what you've been doing, if you've been hiking or you've been sitting at a computer, these practices are for everyone, all levels, and just move at your own pace. And if you need to come down into child's pose or take space, you can always pause the video and take care of your needs. So that being said, we're going to start standing today, and we're going to get right into it. I notice I have a big hole in my big toe sock from hiking in these socks, and they're my favorite. But I'm going to detach from being sad about that. So let's take the feet hip-width distance apart, hands down alongside the body, grounding in with the earth beneath us or the roof beneath my feet. Slight bend in the knees. And let your environment affect you here. So when I say that, for me, there's a little bit of wind. So I'm just allowing myself to kind of be affected by the wind. Maybe you're feeling a little tired, so you sway from side to side. That's okay as well. And just notice the points of contact with the feet and the earth. So much is happening when we're standing, these beautiful vessels of ours, so much intelligence just to stay upright. So deep appreciation for our sturdiness. Let's take an inhale, lengthen the arms up. And on the exhale, bring the palms down through center, pushing as if you're pushing energy down. Fingertips almost touching, but not. When you need an inhale again, reach up. When you need an exhale, press the energy down. Relax the face, relax the shoulders. Breath moving in and out of the nostrils. A few more on your own. Allow yourself to feel expansive on the inhalation and long. Dense and grounded on the exhale. So just rooting in on the exhale as you press down. Last one. Oh, there goes my mat. Inhale up. And exhale down. I'm not going to worry about that. I'll fix it when I need to. Hands alongside the body. Let's take the feet together. This is going to happen. We've got wind. So kind of rolling with the punches here in the Himalayas. Take the feet together. Clasp the fingers together. Pointer fingers together and move the hips to the left. Stretch over to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Back through center, hands down alongside the body. So begin Surya Namaskar. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back, plank position. Exhale, come down halfway. Keep the elbows in by the ribs, Chaturanga. Inhale, forward to the tops of the feet. Lift the thighs. Exhale, tuck the toes, press the hips back and up, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pause here. There's this bird that's singing, and it sounds like it's going ow, 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 ow. Maybe you guys will be able to hear it. Let's walk the feet forward to meet the hands. I'm going to go through that again. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center, Anjali. Samastiti, hands alongside the body. Inhale, reach up. Tadasana. Exhale, fold. This bird is making me laugh. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, plank position. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Don't worry if you don't know the Sanskrit names. Just do the body postures. Sanskrit can be very confusing. Let's slowly walk the feet forward to meet the hands. Fold all the way in, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale up halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Tadasana. Exhale, hands to heart, Anjali. Samastiti, hands alongside the body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow down. Take your time. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, move to chaturanga, bend the elbows. Inhale, forward, open the heart space, thighs are lifted. Exhale, use the core, draw the hips back and up. Downward facing. Pause here. We come into Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step the right foot through, set the left heel down 45 degrees. Square the hips, inhale, reach up. Virabhadrasana 1. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back to plank. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step the left foot through, right heel down 45 degrees. Inhale, reach up. Sounds like the party is beginning in the village. You might hear some music. Pull the left hip back, reach the arms up. Sink into the left knee. Relax the muscles in the face. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back to plank, lower halfway. Inhale, forward, upward facing. Exhale, draw back, downward facing. Drop down to the knees. Tuck the toes under behind you, big toes touching. Sit back onto the heels. Coming into toe squat. My very favorite posture. So keeping the toes tucked under, sitting back onto the heels. For some of you, you might not even be able to sit back on the heels. You could put a pillow here, a bolster, anything you need to prop or create space essentially to bring the heels closer to the glutes. Sit up nice and tall. And we're stretching the fascia on the bottom of the feet. So many of us in the modern world, we're not used to sitting like this. We sit in chairs a lot. So we have a lot of tension in the ankles and in the calves. That's why some of us, when we get massages, the calves are so intense. It's intense to touch them. So we're releasing energy here in the back line, creating more spaciousness for forward folds. And for more spaciousness for courage. Courage comes from an open back line where we can really open the chest and we're not hunched over. So just think of the toe squat as creating courage, and then maybe you'll like it a little bit more. Let's take an inhale. Hands to the earth and pat the feet out. Let's sit back onto the heels, fingertips come behind you, lift the knees, and get some length through the tops of the feet. Just come forward onto the knees. And we're going to come into Anahatasana. So stretch the arms forward as far as you can. Keep the hips directly over, or the knees, the hips over the knees, and bring the chest down, forehead to the earth. So we're opening the heart line, the heart space. And again, this helps us lengthen the back line, creating more courage. And peel the chest up. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Press up, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Bend the right knee. Stack the right hip open over the left. So we're getting right into that hip flexor on the right side. Keep the shoulders facing the ground. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring the right knee towards the chest and set the right knee behind the right hand. Extend the left leg long behind you. Coming into pigeon pose. Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. One of those strange Sanskrit words. Open the heart space. Take an inhale. Pull the right hip back or prop it with a pillow if you need. Exhale, come down to the forearms if you can. And you can let the head drop in, or you can bring a pillow here or a couch cushion to be a little bit more comfortable, but keep pulling that right hip back. You don't want the right hip to drop down to the right side. Can stay here, or for some of us, there might be a second option. Pull the chest up, bend the left knee back behind you, possibly reach back with the left hand, pull the left foot in to the left elbow crease, and then maybe right arm extends. Take a hold of the hands, open the heart space. So nice and long through this left quadricep. If you try this and you're just like, no, if it's tensing the lower back or too much for the left quadricep, just come back down to the first stop. On the next exhale, let go. And then everyone peeling the chest up, tuck the back toes under, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Bend the left knee, stack the left hip open over the right. Pull the left knee behind, left wrist. Extend the right leg, nice and long. Pull the left hip back, open the chest, and slowly fold in. Can stay here. And maybe you tried it on the other side, and maybe the right side's going to be a bit more open. Maybe it didn't work on the left side. If you want to try it here, bring the chest up. Bend the right knee back behind you. Reach the right arm back, pull the right foot into the right elbow crease. And then maybe bringing the left arm up, clasping the fingers, opening the chest to the right a bit. And let go of the clasp. Everyone coming up onto the hands, press back, downward facing dog. And let's walk the feet forward to meet the hands. My socks are splitting. Take an inhale, come up halfway. Bring the hands to the lower back, bend the knees, open the chest, lift the head a bit, and slowly fold in. Slight bend in the knees, keep the feet apart. So this will help us open into the shoulders. Anyone with some tightness in the shoulders or their deltoids, this can be a lot. So if you need to hold a shirt or a towel in between the hands, instead of clasping the fingers, this is also an option. Let go of the clasp. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees. Slowly rock down to a seat. Stretch the feet out in front of you. So that forward folding, let's see if it was helpful for us in our Paschimottanasana. We're going to sit up nice and tall. If you need to bring a pillow underneath the knees, you can, or underneath the hips to make this a bit more accessible for our forward fold. Let's take an inhale, open the chest. And exhale, slowly begin to fold forward. So as soon as the back begins to round, Come back upright, lengthen the spine, stay there. Maybe you're able to come all the way down. And for me, I have a tight back line today, so you can see, and if you've done videos with me before, I've gone lower, but today I'm going to stay a little bit more upright. So keep the integrity of your spine over trying to meet the chest with the thighs. Your spine is way more important, and we begin to pull at things like the glute med and into the piriformis when we go a little bit further than we really need to go. So take care of your back and move at your own capacity. Let's bring the chest up. Bend the knees, plant the feet, fingertips tracking behind you. And let's press the hips up. Let the head drop back, reverse tabletop. Lift the hips up nice and high. Inhale and exhale. Set the hips down, take the knees into the chest and come down to the back. Let's rock from side to side. Get some beautiful birds flying up overhead. Take the feet down to the ground, hip width distance apart. Cactus the arms, let your knees drop to the right. Look to the left. Nice passive recline twist. Come back through center, knees drop to the left, look to the right. Wow, I get to look right into the Himalayas. Grateful, grateful, grateful for this wonderful, wonderful life. Let's come back through center, knees into the chest. Take a happy baby. Take a hold of the bottom of the feet. Let the knees go wide, rocking from side to side. And let the head relax, the lower back touching the earth as well. Let this feel good. Even if you're really tight in the hips, only go so far as your body will allow. Maybe you just need to take a hold of the shins. Maybe that's more accessible. Perfectly fine and welcome. Let's bring the feet together. Give a little rock a few times forward. Try to balance on the hips as you come up. And let's land in a little butterfly pose. Feet together, knees wide, creating a diamond shape here. Sit up nice and tall. Hands resting in that space between the heels and the groin. And just begin to butterfly the knees. So we're opening the hips. And a nice active stretch to open into the hip flexors, into the spleen and stomach meridian that run along the inside and the outside of the legs, the thighs. And let's come back into stillness. Take your right thumb and pointer finger and just touch this fleshy part on the left hand between the thumb and the pointer finger, the hoku point. We're just going to touch that point, leave the hands in our laps, and you might begin to feel your pulse here, very subtly. Looking for your heart rate, your heart pulse. Might take you a minute to find it. And once you do, just knowing that this point, this is kind of the line of grief, or too much, and when we feel too much, it feels like too emotional, if we're feeling like we need to resource ourselves, taking a moment to come into stillness, closing the eyes, coming into the breath, touching on this point, feeling the beating of your heart, and just being. And slowly let go. Regular Sukhasana. Just an easy seat. Hands together at heart center, bowing head to heart. May we each care for ourselves lovingly. So may our most important relationship, our best relationship, our deepest relationship be that one with ourselves. May we take more time and space to know what we need. May we take more time and space to find out how to communicate what we need to feel loved, to feel connected, to feel seen, to feel acknowledged, to feel good, to feel present. May this day or night be of service to you on your path. Much love and namaste from Mother Nepal. Cheers to all you wonderful beings, bowing down to Mother Earth. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. And oh, they're playing cards next door. You can find me in all the spaces down below. And I'll be here every Monday. And if you want to connect in the world somewhere, you can find me in all the places: Echo Flow Yoga, Instagram, YouTube, Insight Timer for free meditations, lots of free practices everywhere. And I hope to be of service to you and see you somewhere in the world. Cheers, cheers, cheers.